how to value companies. Let's dive in a little bit into that. If there ever was a field where it is more art than science, it's the area of valuing early stage companies. When you're valuing a late stage company, a mature company, or a public company, there are very good ways that are supportable from a financial perspective using existing metrics. If I want to go and value, I want to buy a public company, publicly traded company, where I have historical data about its financial performance, I have historical data about usual stock market performance. I know that, you know, historically, for example, PE ratios below 15 are considered a bargain, above 15 are perceived as very high. I have a good range. But when we're talking about an early stage company, there's usually no historical record to go by. I'm actually taking a risk on something completely unknown. I don't know how successful this company will be. I don't know how the market will shape up. So while analytical methods are sometimes used, and I'll talk about that in a second, it is far more common to see a combination of the first two methods. You either use a comparable method or you use what do I want to own in this company. When we're talking about comparables, what the investor will do is they look at your company, at your idea, and will look at similar transactions to see how similar companies are valued. And similar transactions could be either funding rounds for which public information is available, and VCs have at their disposal things like PitchBook and other VC resources where even sometimes not exactly public information is available. They will say that, or they will look at a price for which a company was acquired by a larger company, and they will say that this is the current market multiple for your space. So they might say that, you know, in the security space, the common multiple is 12 times last 12 months revenue. And if you're a SaaS company, maybe it's 15 times. And if you're a perpetual license company, maybe it's only 10. If you're in a different market, let's say you're in social networks, then the multiple is only 5x. And they will value your company accordingly, making adjustments for your stage and your team. So if a company that already has hundreds of customers and is selling at a run rate of several $10 millions a year and is made up of a team that comes from the domain and has expertise, and this is their third company, and they were valued at say 10 million, while you are early stage, not yet selling, your team does not come from the domain and has not done it before, then they make a downward adjustment, and your company will only be worth a fraction of what that other comparable company is, maybe half, maybe a quarter, depending on what adjustments need to be made.